That's the one. See if I'm on. I'm picking on. What the hell? Yeah, man. Wait, nope. Just a second here. Oh, there I am. That's what I want to go to. What the flip? Okay, yeah. Replies. Nope. Where is he? Alright, howdy and aloha everyone. It's James with Monotalk. It is August 6th, 2024. This is my documentary about the crazy ass fucking world we're living in and how it's gone on steroids since 2020. Which I've been documenting on my 6th YouTube channel. Thanks to the Orwellian Ministry of Truth and O'Brien and Incog and all these guys that have been going after me because of my perspectives, my theories, and, you know, what I see. You know, everybody has a different perspective of things. Trust me, it's just the way it works. But we can all agree that that water is wet and rocks are hard, usually. Rocks are hard. And grapes are good. All right. This guy, I didn't even know this man existed, honestly. He's a governor of Minnesota, I guess, or was a governor, I don't know. But you've got to watch all the publicity around this guy. And he completely just makes Kamala look like a moron. He's got more speaking time. He's got way more energy. He fucking makes sense, even though the left doesn't make fucking sense. I know it doesn't make sense. But he talks with more fervor. And he's much more confident and astute in what he's doing. He's a trained politician. So is this guy fucking running for POTUS? Because it seems like this is the guy that's running for POTUS. I've forgotten about Kamala ever this guy came on the fucking stage. You know, watch him. Kind of impressive.
They're just weird. That's who they are.
Oh, weird,
so
yeah.
it ain't much else. Don't give them the power. Look, are they a threat to democracy? Yes. Are they going to take our rights away? Yes. Are they going to put people's lives in danger? Yes. Are they going to endanger the planet by not dealing with climate change? Yes. They're going to do all that. But don't lift these guys up like they're sometimes the heroes. Everybody in this room knows, I know it as a teacher, a bully has no self-confidence. A bully has no strength. They have nothing. The fascists depend on fear. The fascists depend on us going back. But we're not afraid of weird people. We're a little bit creeped out, but we're not afraid. But look, and then as you heard this, and one day ago, a poll came out and showed Kamala Harris up 10 points and Donald Trump getting his ass handed to him here in Minnesota. So sorry. But he's here today in the state of hockey to complete his trifecta. He lost in 16, he lost in 20, he loses in 24.
Yeah. I gotta say he's compelling. He's doing a pretty good job, even though most of the stuff he's saying is, far from factual. And, there's the talking point, weird. Everybody's weird. You're not conspiracy theorists anymore. You're not right-wing extremists. You're weird now. And what's interesting is I've always put up this title of the Democratic Party, or the Democratic Party, as being the pot calling the kettle black party. Because they are. Everything they say that anything that they display, advertise, market in regards to putting a label on conservatives or people or MAGA or Trumpers or whatever, or people that support Donald Trump, is completely contradictory. And it's like doublespeak, right? It's full on doublespeak. It's amazing because they're actually doing the same thing, and they're actually being the same thing. I mean, we just saw, and you got to see this because this is what's really interesting, is we just saw the other day, or was it yesterday or the other day? Anyway, I hope I got the picture. All right. Can you see this? There's a guy from one country and a guy from another country that are going to fight for the gold medal in the girls or the gals or the women's or the females division in the Olympics. And the Democrats / Democrats / liberals, whatever, they support this. I'm trying to figure out who's weird here. I mean, think about what I just said. There's fucking people. This is fucking nuts, man. There's a fucking dude and another dude beating up chicks to get a gold medal. It's fucking crazy. That's not weird. That's not weird, man. That's not weird. I'm just like, what? And the Olympics being praised by the left. This opening ceremony was wonderful. There's actually a shot. I think I showed it to you, but if you ever want to know where it's at, I can get it for you. There's a few pictures of it. There's this trans guy. This trans man, I don't say trans woman. It just doesn't fucking make sense in my head. He's a fucking dude dressed up like a girl, and his fucking balls come hanging out of the bottom of his mini skirt that he's got on, his black mini skirt. And they're there, and there's a fucking like 10-year-old girl in front of him that he's talking to. So that's not weird, Democrats? Huh? This is not weird, all this shit that you're doing? Fucking nuts, man. I mean, I could go on and on and on. But as I've said, this is all manufactured. It's been instilled by the World Economic Forum. They created this back in 2016. They had Kelly Robinson infiltrate the equal rights movement. I don't think she was really voted on. I'm almost certain of that. All of a sudden, she just came out of nowhere. And then she did her presentation adding the plus, whatever, to LGBTQ. Now, I don't mind the rainbow. I mean, I was a rainbow warrior. I used to play for the University of Hawaii, right? There were mahus and gays and trans walking the streets of Kohio. When I was young and we were football players, you'd go out and fucking talk to them every once in a while. Just, fuck whatever. But it's the kids. Now it's okay to bring kids into this picture. Children, kids that are playing with Hot Wheels or Barbies or men, girls, but it doesn't matter. Picking up little tools and, dolls and stuff like that and stuffed animals and, getting muddy, spinning around and getting themselves dizzy. And the next thing you know, they're going to school and there's some lady with this big rainbow with this arrow and the circle and there's all this other stuff talking about fellatio and cunnilingus and all this other shit to these little children. This is fucking nuts. It's fucking nuts. And who's weird? Who's weird? This is grooming in its purest form, and it's the global pedo-predator class that set all this in motion. Because they want the world to believe that grooming and pedophilia is okay. And if you're a part of that, you need to be incarcerated. You need to be put away for a very long time. And there's a bunch of them out there. They're everywhere. Now we know who the pedophiles are. I think we've got 3.5 fucking years. We have 3.5 fucking years to determine who is and who is not supporting pedophilia. And we know. We absolutely know now that if you vote for Kamala Harris or Walz, I think it's probably going to be Walz. It looks like he's the guy really running for 2024 because he's doing a lot fucking better job, even though he's full of, I don't want to say it, but crap. But we know who supports that. I mean, who supports that shit? I'm like, what the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me? We know who you are now. You've exposed yourself. We know why you're out there. That human trafficking is all you. Ben Stiller just fucking gave Kamala Harris $150 million because he's a fucking pedophile. All these people that are going against Trump, that fear Trump, are going to leave the fucking country, is because they know the task force that's coming after the child trafficking and the millions of children that have been fucking trafficked in the past decade or so. Probably, I mean, the numbers are insurmountable. There's missing children coming across the border all the time. They get to the border. By the time they get 5 or 10 miles away from the border, they're gone. They disappear. When you find out what's going on, I'm not going to give you all the information now, but that's why they fear him. He's going after him. A lot of people that passed away, in the past decade or so that were going after documenting, having small movies or whatever about the child trafficking crap, all of a sudden got sick and died or got in accidents. Anne Hesh is a good example. Go watch the video of Anne Hesh trying to get out of a I'm dead bag. Okay, there's so much information out there. And if you don't believe it, just let me know. I'll be glad to send you all the information pointing to that direction. But this is fucking fucked up. So if white women aren't supporting women that are getting pummeled by men, look at these guys' shoulders and their arms. Does that look very feminine to you? These are fucking men just beating the fuck out of women and getting a fucking go. That's crazy. And they're supporting it. So who the fuck is weird? Well, I don't know. Let me switch gears a little bit. It's not. But we know who you are now. We know what you support. If you don't understand what you support, then tell me. Yeah, I know. And Tulsi Gabbard, who's been in the service for like 18 years, is a commander or she's fucking high on been on several tours of duty, commendated in the highest form in the military. Gone above and beyond the call of duty on many occasions, and was a fucking representative. All of a sudden is on the terrorist watch list. What the fuck? Because she supports Trump. Because she left the Democratic Party. Tell me that's not Orwellian. Because you want to go to a different party, now you're, look at the history of what the Nazis did. The way they burned books, they curbed everything. They made radio stations. They got rid of all their political opponents. They either threw them in jail or they killed them. Right? Yeah. If I hear one more fucking word about negligence of the Secret Service and Homeland Security, I'm gonna fucking pop. If I hear that fucking word negligence, I swear to God, it's complicit. Pre-planned, pre-orchestrated, premeditated fucking attempt at freaking murder on 7/13. And we fucking know it. And Josh Hawley, Rand Paul, and everybody better pull their fucking heads out of their ass and go after what the fuck really happened. Because all of a sudden CNN that's the first time they're doing a live rally for Donald Trump. It wasn't a giant rally. It wasn't a huge rally. There wasn't really any big event. There wasn't a special speaker or somebody coming on. But CNN that day was waiting for that to happen. And if you look at all the evidence showing not negligence, but total complicity, premeditation, pre-planning, it's inside job. Inside fucking job. Inside fucking job. Inside fucking job. That's it. All right. I like this guy, Vance. But I gotta tell you, he looks like a younger version of a buddy of mine named Mark. But he doesn't fucking sound like Mark at all. He's like the opposite of my friend Mark. Mark is a fucking blunt motherfucker. And he'll shred you verbally. Guys, he's really good. I mean, I'm a fucking jabberjaw, but this guy, I want to hear some roaring, man. I guess, he's a speak softly and carry some kind of stick. Let's listen to what he has to say here. JD Vance, Walz name Kamala Harris renegade. And this was 9 hours ago, supposedly, on Fox 9.
Look, we're here in Philadelphia to highlight the Americans who have suffered under Kamala Harris's policies, especially Kamala Harris's border policies. To remind you, she, on day one, suspended deportations, proposed mass amnesty for millions of illegal aliens. She stopped construction of the border wall, and she stopped the Remain in Mexico policy that had kept a lot of Americans safe. Now, today we're going to talk to a lot of Americans who have suffered and had children and loved ones who have died because of these border policies. It has led to record fentanyl overdoses in our country. It's led to a lot of migrant crime from people who shouldn't even be here. And it's, of course, driven up the price of housing for a lot of Americans who shouldn't have to compete with 20 million illegal aliens for scarce homes. Obviously, the big news of the day is that Tim Walz has been nominated as the VP, or is now the presumptive nominee, I should say, for Kamala Harris. My view on it is it just highlights how radical Kamala Harris is. This is a person who listened to the Hamas wing of her own party and selecting a nominee. This is a guy who's proposed shipping more manufacturing jobs to China, who wants to make the American people more reliant on garbage energy instead of good American energy, and has proposed defunding the police just as Kamala Harris does. I think it's interesting, actually. They make an interesting tag team because, of course, Tim Walz allowed rioters to burn down Minneapolis in the summer of 2020, and then the few who got caught, Kamala Harris helped bail them out of jail. So it is more instructive for what it says about Kamala Harris, that she doesn't care about the border, she doesn't care about crime, she doesn't care about American energy, and most importantly, she doesn't care about the Americans who have been made to suffer under those policies.
All right. I like that. He's getting it out. He's remembered everything. There's nothing in front of him. He's not reading a script, but he has remembered the talking points. I think it's impressive. But I want to see a little more grunting, a little more roar. You know, I don't know if you guys kind of get me on that. I think most of you, if you watch this, you'll know what I'm saying.
I'll take a couple questions, then we're going to hit the road and go to this press conference. Yeah.
That would show that it's anti-Semitism. The reason why you believe Kamala Harris didn't choose Josh Shapiro was doing that.
Well, it's not what I believe. It's what the Democratic leadership has said. Many people said repeatedly that the reason Kamala Harris was going away from the Josh Shapiro selection is because they were worried about anti-Semitism. They were worried about certain voters. They were worried about some of the leaders in the grassroots act.
Josh Shapiro has a tattoo on the left side of his neck that says, "Death to Israel." I swear to God, it does.
Activists and their party wouldn't take a Jewish nominee. I think it's despicable. I think it's disgusting, but that is right out of the words of many members of the Democratic leadership. And so now we have Tim Walz, but again, most importantly, we have Kamala Harris. Her policies have been a disaster, and they will remain so if the American people give her a promotion.
Senator, have you or Governor Walz reached out to one another? I know when you were you're going to be, you guys have reached out.
I actually, on the way to the flight in Cincinnati, I guess in northern Kentucky, I actually called Tim Walz. I left a voicemail. I didn't get him, but I just said, look, congratulations. Look forward to a robust conversation and enjoy the ride. And maybe he'll call me back. Maybe he won't. Yeah.
Senator, excuse me.
Yeah.
The governor and Vice President Harris are expected to take a battleground state tour in the next couple of days.
Sure.
I would have said, you know what, bro, you're in this. It's going to be, I am not going to keep my foot off the fucking petroleum gas throttle, my friend. I'm not. That's what you got to tell this guy. You know, welcome to the fucking shit show. Yeah, here we go.
Former President Trump will be making a public campaign appearance until Friday in Montana. Is that a missed opportunity?
No, look, I think I'm making a number of public appearances over the next few days just to drive home the fact that Kamala Harris's policy have been such a failure for normal.
She doesn't have any policies. That's pissing me off right there. I heard this earlier. I'm like, wait a second. JD, she doesn't have any policies. She's just going to continue what the puppet Biden did for the global pedo-predator class. You guys have got to fucking hit that home. You need to let everybody know who's really running that party and say it's not who people think it is. I don't understand this campaign. Who the fuck are these guys in this campaign again? God damn it. Let me just check real quick. Hey, hold on. Okay, I've heard enough of him, but Jesus. I'm going to give you their names. Give me a second. Let's just go to my last video. I think I got it in my last video. Pause it. Right here, these people here. Oh, come on. Right? It's, as far as I know, we've got the Trump team. This is his campaign team. Steve Chung, Communications Director. Susie Walz, Senior Advisor. Brian Jack, Senior Advisor. Chris LaCavita. Eric Branstad, Strategist. Senior Advisor. Jason Miller. Caroline Levitt, National Press Secretary. Okay, so these guys aren't getting it. And hopefully they're watching. I know somebody out there important is watching this show. And I know anybody that does watch this is probably an important person, because that means you're willing to do the due diligence and look to other sources that aren't getting paid bazillions of dollars to destroy your life. I'm getting paid nothing, but I do it because I care about our future of this country, for my grandkids, my kids, my neighbors, family, and everybody else. Okay, I want everybody to be able to drink out of a hose as I did and get fresh fucking water. I want everybody to not hear the word organic anymore. It should be just that way everywhere. Right? I want everybody to be able to eat a fucking steak at a decent price. I want fucking bacon to be $1.99 again. Right? I want fucking people to have fun and travel and go do the things they want on the income that they have. And if you have a problem with the income, this is what trips me out about fucking West Virginia. They've got one of the lowest minimum wage out there. They're not doing anything. They don't go out and fucking go to town on their state legislation, on their capital. I don't get it. I don't get why they don't go out there and protest like crazy. Doesn't fucking make any sense. Here, it's pretty good. $11.50, $12. It's not bad compared to some states that are like under $8 an hour. Anyway, but what's going on here is the Trump campaign. They need to make sure they let everybody know who's fucking really running the country, and it's not fucking Kamala. It's not fucking Joe. It's his handlers. It's none of those people are running the fucking country. I mean, the guy can't go to court because he's unable or capable. He's unable to run for office because he's unable and capable, but he's able to fucking run the country? How the fuck? That's not weird? That's not fucking weird? Are you telling? What the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me? That's not weird? Tell me that's not weird. Just say no, that's fine. That's normal. You know what? As a matter of fact, that's ultra normal. No. Not even fucking close, man. These fucking people are lunatics. They're following the orders of the global pedo-predator class that has their fucking hands up at every single one of their fucking sphinxters and is fucking operating them oratorially. That's pretty good. And it's fucking disgusting. And it's everywhere. And it's got to stop. Vance, be a little, he is the vice president, though. But I'm telling you, this Walz guy is making Kamala look like shit. And that's something the mainstream media needs to pick up. And yes, we are at the precipice, but we're not totally doomed. Our last hope, I keep getting everybody talking about fucking Jill Stein and Kennedy and all this other fucking people that don't have enough fucking people to beat anybody, especially fucking Jill Stein. She probably has maybe 250,000 Green Party fucking members across the country, possibly. And for some reason, this lady thinks she's going to fucking... It's nuts. That's just craziness. Crazy. I can see fucking Robert F. Kennedy say, well, I might have a chance here, man. You know, he's not that far away, but he doesn't have 90 fucking million MAGA base, caucus freaking strong, Christian God-loving, patriotic, fucking gun-tooting, blah, 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 blah. They're people. You don't have that. No, they don't have it. Dr. Shiva, I love the guy. He's fucking intelligent. But he's burnt the bridge so bad. He can't go backwards. And now he thinks he's just got it in a couple of states. He's not even... He's not even in all the states. I think he maybe got like 12 states. Maybe double that. I don't know. But there's 50 of them. It's not going to fucking happen. If you're with... You have more of a chance of any of these other parties. This new... What the fuck did Jackson Hinkle just start? The American Communist Party? What the fuck? What a fucking... That's like, you know, walking on the 5 or the 405 fucking freeway, you know, in rush hour traffic in California. You know, 16 lanes back and forth. Everybody's driving like 80 miles an hour. 80 plus. And this fucking Jackson Hinkle creates the fucking American Communist Party. He came and launched it on Jimmy Dore. I'm just like, dude, this is what happens when your ego gets in the way. This is what happens. You think you're indestructible. You can do anything. Right? Trust me, I've been there when I was a kid. I remember the mistakes I made. Right? But if you have other people that have been and made those mistakes, it can help you they know where the holes are and where the trigger stones are, you know, like in Raiders of the Lost Ark, which maybe is dating me, but anyway, you know, where if you touch the stone, it sinks down and then this big ball comes after you and all these arrows shoot at you and all this other shit. We know where those traps are. We know where those traps are. And nobody Jackson Hinkle didn't listen. Jill Stein still isn't listening. All these other fucking parties aren't listening. Dr. Shiva's just, he's up here, he created email, whatever, good for you, that's good. But the only person you guys should be talking to is Donald Trump and protecting him, to see what you can do to get to be a part of his administration. Any part. I don't care if it's traffic organizer. You're in. He'll pay attention to you. If you do a good, just fucking, god damn it. I don't know what it is, man. There's people that just don't fucking get it. And I've been trying to get people to get it for a long time. And then I get people on my side that get it and they don't want to get it because they want to go out and do other fucking stupid things and fuck up the whole machine. Ugh. Thank God for grapes. You know, that's when you gotta say, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. The courage and the strength to accept the things that I can, and the wisdom to know that, the courage and strength to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. You know, God help us, man. But as I always say, God helps those who help themselves. So it's time to help yourself. It's time to get out there. It's time to go, you know, look, I'm going to go Trump. That's what I'm doing. Okay? And if you guys have a problem with that, talk to me. Talk to me. Okay, it's okay. I want to know what your stance is. But I've done a bazillion days and weeks and months of research on this. I'm going to go now. I just got to say, everyone out there, you're only try to start protesting the World Economic Forum. Try to get a bunch of fucking people out there like I did, that a few people did. We tried to get a 1 billion man march or something to stop the World Economic Forum, the World Health Organization, the fucking Bill Gateses, the Faucis, all these fucking crazy fucking sinister evil bastard motherfucking people. But nobody listened. They want to use somebody. They want to stand behind somebody. You know, we're just kind of conditioned for that. I guess we're just conditioned for that. Nobody wants to go out on their own and fucking do it, you know? Let's do it! Anyway, listen, thank you all for listening. This is James with Monotalk. And, Shiva, all you guys, just get behind Trump. Just, that's it. And then after you have said, look, I got you, man. So what can we do? Can you listen to what I have to say? Can we go over a couple of these things? Can we get that? You're going to have more. Okay, this is the most important part. It's a good thing I didn't shut down because I was getting to this. Shut the show down or turn it off for the night. Is you're going to have better success in having a conversation with Donald Trump than you would a puppet that works for the global pedo-predator class, aka the Democratic Party. You will have a better chance of having dialogue, of him at least listening to what you're trying to do. And if he thinks that it's going to benefit the people of the United States, which I'm sure it will, then he'll probably work with you. But you can't keep hammering away at him, fucking Shiva. American Communist Party, Jackson Hinkle, you just totally, your entire career just went to shit, bro. That was God. I was really cheering for you for a while there, and then all of a sudden, aloha, mahalo, thanks for being here.